Why don't you get on your feet? Why don't you get on your feet? Because I don't like to talk to people that are not. Because so here's what we want to do. If you put a little energy in your emotions and you put some movement in your bodies, you actually get some oxygen in your blood, and then you get excited. And so here's what we're going to do on the number 3. I want everybody to do the same thing I do, and that is we're going to say, "Boy, am I enthusiastic!" Okay. All right, and you're going to take your fist like you're going to punch out somebody you don't like, right? But we're going to like them this time. So 1, 2, 3. Boy, am I enthusiastic! Boy, doesn't that feel better? I love it. Here's the thing. You may be seated. Here's the thing. We come together here tonight, and tomorrow to listen to some of the speakers that are going to come on here, and their heart and passion is going to be to give us some nuggets of gold. That one little thing that you might be able to take home and change your life. Today, this is the time. Sometimes people say, well, someday I'm going to do this or that. But you know what? If you wait on someday, then someday comes and someday goes, and you're still at the someday. So we want to do it now. We want to make that decision now, and what we want to do is make an impact. We want to make a difference for people. And this is and I want to tell you, just like I told somebody else the other day, we don't believe in Conklin. We don't believe in Charles W. Herbster. We believe in somebody a whole lot greater than that. And the Conklin Company is the vehicle that'll take us there. So you might know somebody that needs this. And unfortunately, some people that need it don't see that they need it. And that's all. Is that okay? It's okay, right? We're looking for people that want it. And I can tell you story after story that we have made a difference. And the difference comes because if you have a passion for something, that passion comes out. Okay? If you are passionate about the truth, if you're passionate about roofing. See, so many people get started in roofing, and I understand it that they get started in roofing because they want to make a lot of money. Right, Ruben? They want to make a lot of money. But guess what? Something happens after they start making the money that they realize that it has to be greater than the money. Because if it's only about the money, guess what happens? It's not fulfilling. But when you talk to a friend, and I tell you, I remember that first time I was walking to San Diego, California. I was walking up and down that beach, and I told my wife, this is okay, but I don't ever want to be here alone again. Because I'll tell you, if you make a lot of money and you don't take your friends with you, you'll be a lonely person. I've discovered that. And so when I shared that, my thought was, okay, what do I got to do? What do I got to do, to get that 5% back? And then this is they said I'm only allowed a few minutes. But I want to share with you that when I found out that if I want to get my 5% of my own product, I need to get 2 people started. And the first thought that I had is, who do I want to hang out with? Who would you want to hang out with, Aiden? Somebody that's just always kind of down and it's like, life is just hard? No. Or do you want to hang out with somebody that's always seeing the positive in everything? Rudy. Somebody like Rudy. Well, my thought went to Sam Hosteller. I was like, and guess why I want to talk to Sam Hosteller? It doesn't matter all the hardships in life that he went through. He was always happy. I went coon hunting with him. I remember running down over that hill. His beard was flying on both sides of his neck. He was fired up running after them. It was just a good old time. So I called him because I wanted to hang out with somebody that wants a good time. Well, I didn't realize what was going to happen. He will also do what I'm doing. Okay? If he does what I'm doing, he's going to realize that if Simon can do $200,000 in volume and roofs, then he can too. And I didn't sign him up because of that, but I signed him up because I wanted to hang out with him, and I wanted my 5%. And Elias Raber, that's the second guy I decided to put in because I said, who do I want to hang out with? Elias Raber type person, that it doesn't matter how hard life is, he's always happy. I've seen him a couple times when he wasn't happy, but we won't go into that story. I know a lot of people believe that we never have hard things in life. We all hit hard things, and here's what I believe. The greater you get in leadership, the more you do in leadership, the greater attacks you're going to have of the enemy, because it is all about, I don't know if everybody believes in the spiritual realm, but I do. I believe there's a war. And the closer you are to good things, the harder the enemy tries to stop it. Here's what I say. If you prayed in the morning and you feel a leading to do something, give it all you got as long as it's ethical and moral and as long as it's a good thing. I forgot to shut my phone off. So that's what I believe. I believe there's a warfare. So if you have hard things happening into you right now, if there's things that are causing you to struggle right now, go to the source for the energy that you need, and that is called truth. Truth gives me more energy than anything else, because if you know you're the truth, you can basically face anything. And so, and then you want to put your passion in that, and if you put your passion in, guess what happens when you get positive results? Because this is what I believe in. I believe that we should lead with a purpose. Okay, if you have a purpose, that purpose will lead you, and it'll start making you'll start feeling that passion, because it has to come from down here. You talk to your friend, you get him started in something, and I know the feeling of you're not sure if he's going to take it or not. But there's one thing that I know. If you look around in here, I have lots of friends in here that they started with nothing, and today they have a good income. Now they're wanting to share that, and that's why you're here. You want to share that with somebody else, because if you make a lot of money, just like I started with, if you make a lot of money without giving value, it's no fulfillment. That's why so many wealthy people, multimillionaires, commit suicide. It's because they made it without giving value. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do to make a lot of money without giving value to people. It really makes a difference when value is the purpose and the passion. And value is always another person. The greatest value is your family, is your wife, your children. That is the greatest value. And if you can bring them into the business with you, boy, is that fulfilling. If you can if you see another person that needs, you see his need, and he says, no, I'm good. Are you going to be offended? No, we don't have to be offended. And that's why we're here today. This is why you guys are here today, is to fill up your own tank. Because I've learned something. If I don't fill up my tank, I can't fill up yours. That's just how it works. We have to keep in the game. That's why we want to be in the game, is because we want to make a difference for others, not just for ourselves. And it is good. I'll tell you, I'm in this for the money in itself. That is true. Because if there was no money in it, Aiden, I wouldn't be here. It sucks not to have money. I also know that having a lot of money is not necessarily fulfilling. But if you can bring your friends, change their life, and make a difference, and have them catch the vision, man, I tell you what, if you have somebody that catches the vision and gets in the game, you start feeling that little bit of, it was all worth it. It is work. I tell you what, it is work to get new people into business. It is work to get people started. And that's why we all get together. And that's why we are a team. And that's why we stick together. We stick up for each other. We never go tattle on each other, ever. We don't do that. We help them. Right? If you see me doing something wrong, you tell me. I'll change. Together as a team, I believe we can go a whole lot further than we can by ourselves. Because I've been in business by myself. It was just in the residential before I was in Conklin, before I was in this team, I had to figure it out. If I didn't know what to do, I couldn't call up Sam Hostetler and say, what would you do in this situation? He's like, well, why are you in business if you don't know what you're doing? In this business, you don't have to know what you're doing. Get in business with somebody, get them on board, and you can teach and train them, and you can pass the torch to the next generation. And I'm telling you, we will lead by example. Okay? That makes the difference. By the examples that we give people will lead them to the next level. And who knows this war that we're in the spiritual warfare? Who knows how many? We have no idea. I envision sometimes when we get up there to heaven and we think about these people that we thought we never did any good for them. Because I tried to help them, but they went away. You know what? It doesn't really matter, does it, in the long run? If you get somebody started in Conklin and they don't stick with Conklin, but maybe the little bit of truth that they got here for being a part of your team, because you talked to them, because you took them out for lunch, and then they said, no, I'm good. I don't think I want it. We don't know when we get in heaven, when we get up there and we see a whole multitude of people Because the one person that told one person that told one person that we thought was worthless, that he went and took a little nugget. That's what we glean when we come around people. We rub shoulders with people. And he goes and tells somebody else and might not even know where he got it from. But we might have just made a bigger difference than we ever thought we could. That is the passion in my heart, that we always strive to give value to somebody else. And the more value you give, let me tell you what is the thermometer whether you're giving enough value. That is your bank account. That is your income. Money is only a thermometer of the value that you're giving, if it is a long-term residual ongoing income. You can go out and make $1 million on one crack and you know, at one time. My dad taught me you can shear a sheep many a time, but you can skin it only once, right? You can skin it only once. It's over. So we have to give value. We want to give value. We want to look to our neighbor. We want to help them. We want to make a difference. But if they don't want it, that's fine. You still don't want to just not do it because you don't know the greater impact that has on people. So that's why a room full of people like this, and this is just the first night. You know, that's why I'm so excited about this, because I'll tell you, if Andrew Yitzi would not have told me about this, I would not know you probably. I probably wouldn't know you. I probably wouldn't know Rudy. I probably wouldn't know Elias. I probably wouldn't know Matthias. I could go down the line and it would take me about 5 hours to name them all off that I don't know. I wouldn't know them. Imagine that. I value that relationship. I value this relationship because me hanging out with you, I learned stuff. I learned something that I can take to the next level so that we can make our leadership count. It's all about leadership. I tell you what, the better the leader gets, this is John Maxwell saying, the better the leader gets, the better everybody gets. And everything rises and falls on leadership. And if that is true, then it's no wonder that the enemy has a big attack on leaders. He tries to get you discouraged. That is a huge tool that he uses. It's discouragement. But all we got to do, one of the things we got to do, there's many things, I can't say all we got to do, but one of the things we got to do when we're discouraged is call somebody that's not discouraged. That's why I say it's really important that you have your wife on board with you in this business. Because if I'm down, my wife is not. If she's down, I am not. We never quit on the same day. You're not. That is one law that is written in the hearts of hearts, is you never quit on the same day. But we all have hard days. But I'm not. I don't want to just stand here and preach about all that. But I wanted you guys to know that I really appreciate and value all of you guys. And for me to be here with you is going to make me a better leader. And I can't wait to listen to some of the other speakers. I can't wait to get that little nugget of gold. And I just want to tell you guys, if you really meant what you said when you said, boy, am I enthusiastic, it is impossible. This is what I know. It is impossible. It is impossible, Sam, to be enthusiastic and not know it, and others not know it. Have you ever seen somebody excited and people didn't know he was excited? It's not really possible. Well, I tell you, it is more important to have energy and to be positive. And what I said, the positive is truth. Truth is always truth, even in the middle of a struggle. Truth is still truth. So it is always important to allow the positive feedback of truth to enter you. Then if hard things happen, you can go right on through it. And because that's the passion, because the goal is still the goal. What is the goal? To make a difference, to help people see who they are, not to help people see who I am. That is, we got to get that switch in our mind that we help people see who they are and the difference that they can make. And if we get that, if we can just get that we believe that others can make a difference and it doesn't only depend on me, then it's an unstoppable train. It is an unlimited, there is no limit to that because we empower others. That's really exciting to me, is to empower others. And so I want to close with this. I want to just put this in our heart just while we're going to go listen to the others. You're gonna lead. Here's what I was thinking about 3 things. I was thinking about there's 3 things. You're gonna lead with passion. Okay? You're gonna lead with the energy that it goes in that. And then you're gonna be able to lead with the results that other people see that you have. because it's just like Elias Matthias always say, never take advice from anybody that you wouldn't want to change their checking account. That's what they say all the time. And I say, we lead by example. That's what I want to lead you. Let's lead by example.